We're now going to answer some examples here. So let's zoom in to our first one here, which is asking us to evaluate 9 raised to a half. Now you might be looking at that and thinking, what on earth does that even mean? And this is where it's helpful to go from our rational indice notation to our root notation. So you know that this is just the same thing as that. And also when you've got a 2 there, so when you've got a second root or a square root, you don't have to put that 2, you could just write it like that. And you know what the square root of 9 is, it's 3. So what am I going to say here? I'm going to say that sometimes it's helpful to write it in this notation here, just as we're learning here. But after a while, what you'll find is you'll see this and you'll know what this means. This just means the square root of 2, which means you can kind of skip that second step there and just go straight to your answer. But as we're learning, it's very helpful to translate it into the root notation. And sometimes you'll be given a question with the root notation anyway, so you have to know this anyway. All right, pause the video so we can answer this one. Okay, you may have first rewritten it. Well done. This is the cube root of 27, which means what times by itself 3 times gives you 27? The answer is 3. Hopefully you're successful with that one. All right, I want you to pause the video and see if you can answer this one for yourself. Hopefully you're successful with it. How do you answer this? Well, you might like to first rewrite it. So we've got that. That is the 5th root of 32. So what times by itself 5 times gives you 32? This one you just have to memorize. It's 2. So that is something you just need to memorize. What I like to kind of think of in my head here is you might be thinking, how on earth did you do that? All it is I have memorized a whole bunch of 2 to the power of stuff. So 2 to the power of 2 is 4. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. So if you're asking, and then so on, if you're asking, how did I get this answer? I've just memorized a whole bunch of these. And that's what we encourage you to do as well. Now, the next thing that we have to go through is how to do this on your CAS calculator. So how can I put this information into my CAS? And I'm going to go through that in the next part. So we'll pause here and then I'll pick it up in the next part.